I was most excited about how the kids would feel about ABBA music, because it's not your guys' generation, so I wanted to see what the reaction would be with like that 70s kind of disco era for Gen Z. And I was pleasantly surprised. People really loved it, people really took to it, and they had a lot of fun, and it was very apparent in the final product, so I was excited about that.
Take a chance on me. I'm very best and it ain't no lie. You put me to the test if you let me try. Honey, honey, how you thrills me. Honey, honey. Honey, honey, nearly kills me. Honey, honey. Yes, I've been broken hearted. Blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go?
So the good thing is that I didn't have to do any of the ensemble dance numbers as in terms of choreo. But my favorite one to watch was actually in the bows. It wasn't even technically part of the show, but Waterloo was my favorite ensemble dance number because the costumes were awesome. I loved the choreo, and it also happened to be my favorite song. But I think that the one that was the hardest to do was Voulez-Vous. That was the hardest, with everything happening all at the same time and integrating that and making that work. That was the most difficult number to work on. Oh God. There was just such a sense of joy being back. You can feel like the electricity in the air. I mean, because they did an all virtual version of Songs for a New World the year prior, but I wasn't part of that. That was my first year at Chagrin, and it happened to be the first musical we had done in, like 3 years, 2 years? But you could just feel the electricity buzzing through the air with the kids being back on the pack stage, and we were finally allowed to be together again doing something that we all love. It was an awesome experience. I'm just so proud of the final product. One of my acting techniques that I teach is Michael Chekhov, and he talks about how a piece of art needs to have 4 qualities, and those 4 qualities are ease, form, beauty, and a feeling of the whole. And in terms of the feeling of the whole for Mamma Mia, that was what I was the most proud of. How everything was put together to create the final product, from every single ensemble member to the flawless technical execution to individual performances to parents, volunteers. It was a smooth and effortless process, and it was extremely successful. And along the process, I got to form relationships with students that I didn't know, which was definitely one of the highlights of the whole. We happened to be the school with the most Dazzle nominations in terms of Best Actor, Best Actress, so a little plug there. We had 3, which is the most of any of the high schools. And what else? It was my first time working with our stage manager, Lizzie, and she did a great job. And it was actually my first time working on the pack stage. I've never worked on it before, and I thought it was a really cool experience because I've never worked in a theater that big before. So it brought a whole new set of challenges that I wasn't aware of in terms of having to fill that space and using like the ramps as part of the action. And anytime you're in a new space, it's just really takes time to get used to it. So that was a really cool experience.